Hey guys, this is Felix from LowPowerLab.com, and today I'd like to introduce you to my new project that I've been working on lately. It's called ATXRaspi. It's a smart power controller for Raspberry Pi. Embedded systems like the Raspberry Pi don't usually have a shutdown button like desktop computers, so to avoid potential issues when shutting power off, you have to log in and issue a shutdown command instead of just pulling the power cord. This is sometimes inconvenient when your Pi is not easily accessible or you don't have network access to it. And even if you do, it's sort of a pain to always have to log in just to do a shutdown or a restart. Or maybe you have a product based on the Raspberry Pi or a similar embedded system, and you'd like to offer your customers the ability to gracefully shut down without having to first log in. ATXRaspi solves the problem by allowing you to have an ATX-style button that will issue a shutdown command to the Raspberry Pi for you. Let me now show you ATXRaspi in action. I have one already connected to my Raspberry Pi. This is a button with a built-in LED. When I push the button, ATXRaspi will allow power to flow through the Raspberry Pi through a set of wires. The other two signals are an input to check when the Raspberry Pi has fully booted and an output to tell the Raspberry Pi to begin a shutdown sequence. To shut down the Pi, I have to hold down the button for a few seconds. The delay is there to avoid accidental shutdown. A shutdown sequence then begins. While a shutdown is in progress, the LED will pulse at a slower rate. When shutdown is complete, the LED will pulse faster, waiting for all Pi activity to stop, and then finally cuts power off. Here is an input and output diagram of ATXRaspi. You have the option to feed power through a micro USB as you normally would to the Raspberry Pi, or through a standard space header. The top header has connections for the power button and an LED that will be on while power is on and will fade in and out while shutdown is in progress. The other side header has input and output signals that connect with the Pi's GPIO and of course the power output to the Pi. There are also 2 extra common grounds and 4 standard mounting holes. When the button is pressed the first time, the LED turns on and power will flow from the input to the output and turn the Raspberry Pi on. The top input signal is turned high by Raspberry Pi by a script. This is how ATXRaspi knows that the Pi has successfully booted. The output signal is turned high when ATXRaspi is asking Raspberry Pi to shut down. Another script is running on the Pi and listening on this pin. ATXRaspi also works as a power controller for other similar embedded systems that have a 5-volt power input. It will soon be available at the LowPowerLab store. Thank you for watching and check lowpowerlab.com for more details.